still tell them that I got you. Hey, I was facing death alone. Hey, nobody called my phone. I'm just like, God, do you hear me? Please forgive them, they don't know that they sinning. I'ma be a star, please believe me. Hey, dim the lights and you can see me. I'ma be a star, please believe me. Yeah. Hey, heart throbbing. I feel like pain is a life sentence. Gotta get up and keep going. Gotta get up and keep going. Yeah.
They're the majority. We're the minority. Us playing Masters and ranked and all day. Like, dude, that's like the 1%. The majority love to play zombies and campaign. They don't give a shit about multiplayer, bro. And I've seen this when I go to GameStop. 9 times out of 10 when I talk to them, you could tell that dude, okay, that dude's like a multiplayer. And then everybody else, they're just normal people. Oh, yeah, I play the campaign. Oh, I love zombies. But they're like, multiplayer, like, I'll play once in a while, But they don't give a shit about the competitive scene. You can already fucking tell. But what are we doing to get them to care? Give them a good product first, then get them to care later.
Like the new
it's just esports is always the focus. Always. I mean, that's enough of me, man. I think I've gone on enough. I mean, Mar, you can tell me how right or how much of a dick I am. I don't know. Have at it.
Oh no, man. No, I love that you've been fucking going off this entire time, man. No, it's true. Like a lot of these players don't even realize like the amount of fucking passion and skill level that you need in order for you to be good at your craft at any game. Is like it's above and beyond what they can even comprehend. Like they could just sit there and watch a movie and be motivated. Oh, I want to be able to be the best that no one ever was. No, shut the fuck up. You're not that person, okay? First of all, you just got done watching a movie. I get it. You're excited. Rocky Balboa makes me excited too. But there's a difference. You want to be there. I strive to be there. I've made an effort to try to make it toward that direction. You just thought about it.
Exactly.
We're not in the same conversation. Nah, man. But speaking of all the amazingness that is Capcom, let's talk about this ridiculous ass DRM bullshit that's been going on, though.
Oh, I love this transition. It's pretty good. And I'm gonna I guess I'll take this segment and put it in I guess this will be the video, but so you talk about the DRM, you explain that, and I'm like in the situation that I had before because Rev covered it, and it's something I want to personally cover. They were talking about the Spy X Family crossover, which, by the way, I think Capcom is doing okay with the crossovers. It's just the problem is the costumes are too much. So people think about it. They're already getting shit about the costumes. They're like, oh, give the characters real costumes. The reason you don't is because in Street Fighter V, it was notorious for giving only one character. Like, Juri and fucking Chun-Li had 20 outfits. Meanwhile, fucking Fang had 3. Like, don't get me wrong, even if you don't like Fang, it's kind of bogus to people who play that character. So I get why, they're not just, oh, that's why your isn't the fucking Chun-Li costume, because, okay, what about everybody else? Why don't they get one? It's just bullshit, right? So I'm okay that they're avatar outfits, right? So that's the first controversy that I want to get out the way, right? And as far as the DRM, Mar, you mind taking this for me?
Alright, so for those who don't know, the DRM situation, apparently people discovered as they were going through their backlog of Capcom games that some of their mods and cheats no longer work for some of their games, such as Mega Man, some of the older Street Fighter games, like a lot of the older Capcom games. And a lot of people ended up trying to figure out, okay, why? What the hell's going on? Apparently, Capcom updated their backlog games where you're unable to use different cheats and mods onto your game, so they're essentially just getting rid of the customization that people worked real hard in order for them to put into their games, so then they can have more of an experience for the games. Now, the reason why they do this a lot of the time is just because they want a different type of enjoyment that they get from some of their favorite games, which just so happens to be a lot of Capcom games. Now, when I first heard about this, I'm like, what? Why would they even do that? Like, that kind of makes no sense. But then, for me, just my take on it, I'm starting to think of it this way. They're trying to kill those games off so that I feel like Capcom wants to be able to resell those games over again, so that people have no choice but to go out and buy those games again in order for them to get that experience that they once had. Like, I feel like they're trying to make their older shit obsolete, and one of the best ways to do it is to make sure that no one is capable of actually, adding to the game. Either they're going to make the stupid excuse of, oh, you should just play the game as it's originally intended, which I get, okay? That's fine. It's your baby. But at the same time, if a game is fucking 15, 20 years old, and I want to try to just add a little bit to it. Like, for example, if there's something brand new into, like, let's say later down the line, you ended up releasing a new sequel to whatever franchise that I would like, and you added something in there that I would rather have in the older games. And if I'm able to mod it into an older game, I'm going to want to do it just because I feel like that's what's going to make my experience more entertaining. That's basically what this really comes down to. I already own the property. All I really want to do is just get to my needs that I will have at a certain time. Yes, I can easily turn it off at any given time so I'd be able to play the game as 100% intended. But sometimes your hard mode isn't hard enough, and I want to make it harder. So, like little shit like that. I kind of really wanted to ask you about this because, like, I especially
you're picking up
play all of their older games. Right. I know. Oh shit.
Even this is bugging up.
No.
That's me. Wait, sorry.
Oh.
You good? It broke up a bit.
Okay, but am I good now?
Okay, yeah, now you're good. Besides, you're playing.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, I wanted to pass the ball to you because I wanted to hear from your perspective, like as a person who loves a lot of these old school Capcom games. When you hear that you're no longer able to mod or like put any cheats or anything, like for example, if there's a difficulty level in some of the older Capcom games that you wanted increased, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. Right, How do you feel about that?
So it's funny when you mentioned that. So that's why I was leading with the whole Avatar thing. So the reason why this even started in the first place, right? Is that what sparked this at all was that nude mod in the tournament. Like so I get why they did that, but to me, how you could tell it was more than that is because they extended it past fucking Street Fighter. And with Street Fighter, the main reason they did it is because it's for two reasons, right? Like it's on them. It's what they're doing the Halo Infinite. Like if you guys actually made your fans happy and did what they wanted, give us Outfit 3 and not make it $10, and then people wouldn't have to mod their fucking things. But it's for two reasons, right? It's for three. Like I said, one of them is because people are not gonna buy their DLC if they get mods. So how fair enough, right? Get your money. And then second, they don't want bad publicity. So I get that they want to get all the new, but why go after all the mods? I'd get it if it was nude mods, and especially like if you wanted to check official tournaments, and yeah, sure, that makes sense. They're allowed to do that. They're within their rights, and I get it. It's a bad public image. No one wants to imagine that's bad. That's why like nude mods and this and that, like Street Fighter or not, my bad. Like it's a big controversy, and they don't want their kids being, it's just they know it's a no. Like I totally get that. Like they're within their rights to do what they have to. With Street Fighter 6 specifically, it's a dick move, but they have to because one dude ruined it for us. And I swear to God, this is why I kind of hate new mods. Like I have if you want to have whatever, but my thing is it's gone out of hand. Like why the game isn't even out yet and immediately even wants to do new mods? Like, please, FGC and anime people, get laid. Take your $100 you spend on your waifu on VTuber. Please get laid. Stop being so horny. Holy fucking shit. Because look at that. We're literally suffering because of you guys. You guys are the catalyst to all this. I'm not saying there can't be nude mods, right? But they're the reason that started, so I get it. It is what it is. But that doesn't give them the excuse to just go back. And this goes back to the final third reason that they were planning on doing this the whole time, I think so. And it's only RE Engine games that people don't realize that, because the Mega Man X games and even the Capcom collection, they're running on RE Engine, so they actually emulated on RE Engine, which is cool. And that's why they were able to implement it. And I think I don't know about Dragon's Law, but yeah, like I said, DRM, and some of them use the site. I forgot what it is. There's a site that they use. So anything that is in the RE Engine or uses this thing, which is what Dragon's Dogma and some of their older titles do. And I think you actually nailed it on the point, on the head. Because they want people to get off these new titles and play their new ones. Because right now, Capcom is just too greedy. I've mentioned this before. It's why I don't give them money. So me as a Capcom fan, fuck you. I want them to go on the ground, and eventually, hopefully, I could buy them because I want to make my fucking games. Fuck you. They don't know what they're doing. Like, I hate how Capcom isn't handling the CPT tool well. There's no offline events, basically. It still has an input fucking issue. Why is Outfit 3 so fucking... do I have to spend $100 to get all the outfits for everybody? What if I'm a tournament runner? What the fuck? $100? And it took you so long? Like, bro, what? And again, the Avatar stuff, I think is great. I think people are bitching. It's like, no, that you need that. Because guess what? Those are the normies. I feel like Street Fighter 6 for normies is great, but for higher level people and the people that care, we're fucked. That's what it's like. But I still think it's the lesser two evils. They actually are putting world content for free. Like, literally, you could go have Aki style in World Tour for free. And Rashid's. So, great. They're doing, literally, it's crazy how the good they are doing is getting mad undermined by their bad thing. That's why I'm like, I am playing it fair, but 100% Capcom is being too greedy. They want you to stop playing Dragon Dogma 1. That's something, and this is how I feel, right? Like, I personally don't give a shit about mods in general, right? Like, 9 times out of 10, I'm like, I don't care. I like to play the game as it was originally intended. Mods very rarely do anything for me. I don't care. I like the core experience. And Capcom games are already hard enough. I know that's an example you said, but as a hard difficulty slot, like I don't need that. But I do love the randomizer in Resident Evil, right? Like, I think mods are an enhancement to an experience for people who are dedicated. Like I'm gonna fuck with the Resident Evil randomizer, right? Because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I have a PC. Like, I don't like fucking with mods because I'm too lazy. That's why I don't fuck with PC. To me, console's too convenient. And going back to what I said earlier, that in reality, most people just don't care. PC is just too small of a player. Like, don't get me wrong, PC is massive. And in places like China and Russia, that's the main marketplace, right? But that's why I said games like League and Dota can never truly be an esport because it's a PC. I'm sorry. If you want to be a true esport, you have to be on everything. Like, iPhone's optional, but better if they can be, right? I mean, that's why Fortnite's so big. It's on iPhone, PCs, and consoles, right? So going back to that, so most people doesn't, and I don't care, right, personally. But just because I don't care doesn't mean that that's a bogus thing. Like, I think it's just stupid that you're fucking over your actual community. Like, that's just always a bad faith. And especially when it's free shit. Like, they don't make money off of it. Like, what's the problem? Like, I've never understood. That's why I never understood things when they take down fan projects. As long as it's free and they're not infringing on your shit, I don't get that. Like, I really don't. Like, it's something, it helps your product at the end of the day, and a lot of Japanese companies view it like this. That's why they don't have problems with fan creation. In general, that's what's so weird about Capcom. I feel like they're taking too many notes from Western companies and trying to hammer down this and that and be too greedy. Like, it's just greedy. Like, right now, like I said, dude, if your fucking president says that $70 is too low for a game, they're just greedy. Like, dude, Dragon's Dogma is going to be $70. Like, dude, Dragon Dogma 2 is cool, but I'm not paying $70 for that. So at the end of the day, it really is just greed. I think you 100% nailed it. And they're just seeing that. They see that that's why there's mods in the first place. Like, ignore the nude mods, right? Like, I get why they did it, but, like, 100% there's other outfit mods, right? It's not just nude mods. It's not only nude mods. They're like, oh, because that's what people do. And the thing is, it's a minority, but it's, as far as the esports scene, it's a majority. Because guess what? Most of them play on PC. Like, for every esport, bro, fighting games, shooters, the pros are going to play on PC. They ain't fucking with consoles, bro. That's just how it is, bro. Ain't that right, Codes?
PC Master Race, baby.
Right? Like, only the latest one to catch on was FGC. And it's specifically fucking Japanese players. Because over there, think about it. PCs are the most expensive and a pain in the ass in Japan compared to every other region. But once fucking the Japanese people figured out, wait, Street Fighter 6 plays better and has lower input delay on PC, fuck it, I'll put my next SF5 paycheck towards a PC, and they're like, I can never go back to PlayStation. I see what the Americans are talking about. So let that sink in. If you're truly committed, you're like, fuck my next paycheck that's going towards a PC. This PS4, right in the trash. They out here to get that bread, bro. They ain't trying to lose because of 3-frame fucking delays and shit. But that's the minority. At the end of the day, most people want to go disc in, Mortal Kombat play. Ah, nice, right? And it's so it just is not gonna.
If you think about it, the majority of the plebs don't even know what the fuck frames are. They just
exactly.
Oh, I like this game. I want to be able to play this game. I don't give a fuck about what is this jargon you're talking about. I don't care about fucking my frames per second. I don't care about my and they'll go down the whole list and then be like, I don't even know half the shit that I'm even saying. All I know is I like this game. I'm gonna play the game, and just so happens it's so easy to just get a console and plug it into the wall, plug it into my TV, turn it on, and then put it in the game. That's all I gotta do.
It works. And granted, well, these days they're bad, but yeah, no, that's my whole feeling. Hopefully, I was able to convey enough that I generally, it's not even gonna affect me that much, but I still think it's bullshit, and they're 100% doing it for money. Like, I think it's not a secret. Literally, when the president says that shit, that's just crazy, bro. These companies aren't even afraid to admit. Like, you know when it's fucked up when EA, they go to a court thing and they have, you can see the person, they have absolutely no guilt about having loot boxes in a game where kids can play that shit. Like, these people are just evil and greedy as fuck, bro. And they that's the thing. They if you notice, like with Capcom, they find a catalyst. Like I said, it is fair that you want to crack down on mods and specifically nude mods for Street Fighter. I agree with that sentiment, and even I'm like, this is your fault, community. Why the fuck? You should check your shit before a tournament, right? Like, you had this coming, but then you know what I'm saying? It's kind of that whole thing with gun laws, like, you know, or anything in general, right? You know how they say give them an inch, they want a mile. It's exactly that. Except companies go, give them a reason to get an inch, and they'll just immediately start taking the mile, and that's 100% what Capcom is doing. They're like, no, bitch, give us money. Buy Dragon's Dogma. Come play Resident Evil. You know, you know, like, fuck off. They don't give a shit about their old titles. I mean, it's clear, because look at how little fucks they give about their fucking Mega Man franchise. They only rebooted it, because they're like, hey, let's just the RE engine. Okay, let's just re-release this. They didn't even care, bro. They didn't even care about the re-release it. Like, yeah, I get some money, whatever. It'll keep the Mega Man fans happy, so they can shut up. Oh, here's Mega Man in Monster Hunter and in Street Fighter, which, don't get me wrong, is cool, but it's not the same as getting a new Mega Man game. So to be honest, I feel like they should just reboot Mega Man X, and I'll be personally happy because they fucked up after 6, you know. And that's just me. Like I said, I'm a huge Capcom fan. Like, don't get me wrong, and I just don't generally care for mods, but that doesn't mean I immediately think what they're doing is stupid. Like I said, I'll fuck with very few mods, very few. Like I said, I'll fuck with like the RPCS2 emulator for Outbreak so I could play multiplayer. But Dragon's Dogma, I did fuck with a mod because I wanted to turn it to Vulkan so it could run good. But now because of them, literally, you're ruining the experience, bro. Like you're fucking yourselves over. Even Japan knows this, and it's crazy that a Japanese company doesn't get this. This is why they don't do as many takedowns outside of Nintendo, because they realize any publicity is good publicity minus bad publicity, right? So if people can improve your game, why would they ruin it? Why would you ruin fan translations? Why would you ruin a mod that literally makes my game run better on my GTX 1080? Because it runs on an outdated as DirectX 10 or some bullshit. So I just changed it to Vulkan. By the way, I had to get rid of it because it kept making my grain crash. And I was like, there was a lesser... I want the options. That's what it is. Don't fuck with options. And guess what? I did fuck with the mod, and I was enjoying how my FPS was higher, and I could make it 4K. But I'm like, the game crashes too much, and I personally find that way too annoying. I'd rather the game work. And that's why I always prefer console gaming. It's like, because sometimes fucking with mods is tinkering this and that. And depending how much you like a game, this. But I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, well, the game already runs at 1440p 120. I felt like the marginal difference I gained in FPS and resolution was not worth having the game crash every now and then. And then what if I forgot to save? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, nah, I don't want to risk having a spot where I'm so far in and it crashes, right? Like, to me, I was willing to go like, nah, I think I'm okay with losing some performance. Because at the end of the day, it's still better than the PS4 version. The reason I didn't play the PS4 version is like, bro, 30 FPS 1080? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. The 30 FPS literally was hurting my eyes. I need that 60. The 120 is just the luxury. You know, it's just the luxury thing. But at the end of the day, what if someone like really fucks with it and they really know how to make it not crash? That's on them. Why would you take that option away? Like that's my biggest problem is like, why would you just... And it goes back to what I said earlier. These people just don't actually... And it's just going to run back. I think I'll call this. They're definitely going to turn some of it back. Capcom always... Whenever they get enough shit, they will always like revert it. But in this one, in this case, I don't know. It's 50-50. Because clearly the core community cares, but like I said, because it's something so niche as PC modding, that's not niche, dude. It's niche as fuck, bro. Like literally, I know there'll be people who will watch videos and they see like a mod and they literally, I swear to God, the first time I ever seen this, bro, normies will think that all you did is put like a copy of Mario into a PS4 and then somehow put a disc, and that's how you have Mario jumping in GTA, bro. Like literally, they think it's just the glitch. They don't even think they're mods, bro. That's the average consumer, bro. They don't even know what mods are, and they're the majority. So, but at the end of the day, if it rubs like, here's the thing: if we get pro players complain, like Daigo, and then they'll give a shit. They don't give a fuck about what randos say in the community that they're 1%. They give a fuck if pro players say shit.
I got a question.
We'll see how that goes. Because at the end of the day, they don't care what Americans
I'm pretty sure Daigo is going to be sitting there crying about, oh man, I need my new Chun-Li, man. I can't play this game without like new Chun-Li, new Cammy, new Zangief. We all need a new Zangief.
Oh, true. Nude.
Nah, man, I'm pretty... Dude, imagine a nude Ken.
There are... Dude, I'm a cap. Dude, the nude mods for Street Fighter are great. And I'm not talking about the women. Fuck the women. The men, bro. I seen Rashid's dick flop. No, dude. The nude mods in Capcom... You can ask Clockwork Codes. Tell him about the nude mods in fucking Capcom games, bro.
Oh, man. Don't get me started on RE, man.
Dude. Like, literally, we were watching a Nemesis mod, and it was just the same as Rashid, bro. They gave him massive dicks, bro, and they flopped. No. For Rashid, it just flops around, bro. It's the funniest shit. And for Nemesis, dude, it's so rock hard, it's distracting. It's like, no, dude, those mods, it's like, dude, that's just great. Like...
As long as he does, as long as Rashid doesn't use it to fucking pick up tornadoes from like the bottom half of his body, I think I'd be fine.
Right, but like it's just dumb. I mean, at the end of the day, like I feel like I can step outside of my little, and then it still does affect me because I do have a PC and there's a handful of games I do play. And let's say if that Vulkan mod was perfect, and let's say like the original PC version, and believe it or not, it has a weird FPS thing. Let's say Capcom fucked up on their original title, and they only made it 30, 1080 because it wouldn't be the first time games do that. And I need that mod, and now you've made the game basically unplayable to me. So 100% they're fucking people over. And guess what? Here's one thing I've learned, right? I was even talking about Clockwork earlier. You can fuck up things so bad. Look at Xbox 360 Ring of Death. For as much as we give it shit, and there are people who are still salty about it, whatever. But guess what? Xbox 360 fucking killed it that generation. To the point where Sony had to fucking try finally, thank God. And now Xbox is kind of a joke. Like, literally, Xbox 360 was its peak. That, like, don't get me wrong, I love the Series X. I think the Series X is way better than the PS5 in terms of Game Pass, service offers. In terms of exclusives, they both suck dick, in my opinion. Outside of, Hi-Fi Rush and, Game Pass is God tier, but yeah, no, and as a system too.
No, except for a few outliers, I absolutely agree. Like, both consoles, when it comes down to it, like, especially when you look at PlayStation side, and it's like every game kind of just feels the same, and people don't even realize. Like, you're basically just playing Uncharted, but with Kratos, or with Aloy from fucking Horizon, or
right,
like,
exactly.
It's basically the same thing. It's the same fucking game, guys. Come on,
even then, Uncharted was better, bro.
Hey, greatest.
Better. The OGs.
I got a quick
You get what I'm saying, though, right? Like, go ahead.
Are you still trying to do Lethal Company soon?
That's funny. Hopefully, soonish.
Okay.
And yeah, no, it's just that I forgot where I was going with this because I just brought up the stupid systems and shit. Oh yeah, no, and that's the thing. Why did 360 still stay relevant? And the core thing I realized, I watched a whole hour documentary. That's why I hate when people are like, dude, I actually do my homework and shit. Like I ain't playing, and I was super surprised, and it made me click. Like, you know what? I would still fuck with 360. Why? Because the fact that Xbox was willing to pay for every time they shipped an Xbox, and they were willing to put the money to fix it. Like that's why you were able to put your faith in Xbox, because you might have again like bad product, but if you know the customer service is good, you know you could trust that company in the end, right? And that's what I want to get at. Capcom right now is doing terrible customer service, basically. They don't listen to us. They are trying to fuck us to our face, and they're saying they're just out of touch as fuck, bro. Like, right now, I mentioned in the last podcast, like, your game needs to be 45 maximum. I don't care how much money I don't give a shit about what you do. This is me, bitch. This is my shit. I do not have enough money to buy your overpriced bullshit. That's why I see the fall for AAA game. It's already happening. Why do you think so many live service games are failing? When the ones that are doing good, like Fortnite, like they're doing it good. It doesn't feel like they're stealing your fucking arm for their battles pass or whatever. This and every other one doesn't get that shit. The game is free, so you don't pay anything. But guess what? They trade. Oh, here's like $10, $5, whatever you do, flexibility, but it's not that much money. Everyone has $10 to throw away for Fortnite bucks. That's why the kids are rocking it. Meanwhile, fucking Halo, yo, kid. I mean, I'm exaggerating. I don't know what it is. $30 for a booty water battle pass. Oh, and you gotta grind your ass off. You gotta spend $100 to get the whole thing. It's like, dude, they really want to just steal your money. And it's like, it's not about that. You have to come to us. We're just poor, bro. Like, maybe those moron whales who have money for whatever reason, sure, who spend all the money on fucking Twitch hoes, like, yeah, they got money to spend, clearly. But the average person, no. We got fucked because of COVID.
They obviously got money to spend. Dude, they could buy all the Fortnite skins and still be alright.
Exactly. And that's the thing, is that's the minority. And the thing is, and that's why you notice they'll go for the shark first, and then they immediately go to sales within a month. They go, let's go for the sharks first, and then we'll go for everybody else. But at the end of the day, it's still, I'd say that, I want to say it's like a quarter of the market, because why are they still having lower numbers? Even Sony with their fucking plush shit, because the majority of us are poor. You know, look at third world, like, it's population, bro. Like, China ain't got the kind of money most Americans do. Same with my fellow Latin Americans. Ya saben, bro. That's why they can't pay no 45. 45 is already too much for them. They think under night at $50, like, that's too much. You know, you offer us no content, you pay this much. You know, it's like, it won't go over it, right? But, yeah, Capcom right now, like I said, the main thing I was getting is that this is what you want to charge. And you look at the people behind it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I see when I see Capcom right now. I see some jackass, I'm gonna steal $70 from you. You have no good faith in Capcom, and they haven't proved it. Resident Evil reimaginings are a fucking joke to me as a fan, because they don't listen. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna trust 343? There's a reason everyone says they want them fired. And that's right, that you have every right. Same for me, it's like, please get rid of the director of RE reimaginings. He's an idiot. He's just the 343, but for Capcom. So that's why any of you who are Halo fans, please shake my hand and be like, you know what? We both agree. Get rid of the director for RE. Get rid of 343. They've already have a track record of being trash. Why would you still have them?
Man.
So why would you just Capcom?
You know, it's funny that you actually bring up the 343, getting rid of the heads of 343, because all of them basically left, and all that's left now is the skeleton crew. That's the same exact skeleton crew that fucking saved Halo Master Chief Collection from fucking sinking completely. Like, they actually fixed that game, and it's actually playable. And then they moved. Then, since everyone basically got fucked over and like either fired or they ended up leaving, they ended up taking over Halo Infinite. That's the reason why we've actually been getting good updates over the past
and you know what, at this point, and the thing is, you got to give clarity. The thing is, they don't tell anyone shit. Like, I don't know this shit. Like, oh, that explains they're literally, because they actually care about Halo. My thing is, you know what you do? Give them people to follow, give them a better budget, and give them time, and then give us clarity. Like, please, actually, don't just leave us in the dark. Right? I think
that's precisely the reason why they actually came out and said that they're making another Halo game, but under the Unreal 5 engine, which,
right? But
I mean, a lot of fucking Halo fans are fucking praising right now.
I mean, for me, I'm just done. Like I said, it's just in so bad faith. I mean, even if I know, I'm like, dude, I just don't care. At the end of the day, you can only get fucked over so many times, right? That's what I mean. Like, customer service is everything. And Capcom right now, like I said, they fucked me with Resident Evil. They fucked me with Street Fighter in their input. And then that statement, I'm like, that's it, done. That's it. It's the monkey thing, you know, fool me once, twice, and 3 times. Because we're all monkeys. We're literally apes, bro. Like, all it takes is them, us monkeys. That's why in fighting games, you guys want to know, you hit them with a low once, twice. The third time they're not gonna fall for it, you hit them with an overhead. Boom. Congratulations. There's a secret to get to your fellow monkeys. Just hit him with the classic 1-3 rule. Where we're all, I'm sorry, like, I don't want to get hit by something 3 times. My monkey brain's like, no, I want my banana. Don't hit me more than 2 times, you know. No, I'm making my ass proud, going, ooh, I hope I made you proud. And then even they didn't like that shit back then. That's why we became the peak species. Every other animal just keeps falling for shit. We've seen it with animals that are just dumber. Like, even crabs, or no, lobsters. How do we catch them? We put a little cage, They just go in there. They're just that dumb. You just pull the cage. Oh shit! Look at them. Look at all those dumbass. Do we do that? We're not. No, we'll get trapped once, maybe twice. You're never gonna see us get trapped by that bitch more than 2 times, bro. Golden rule. And again, I can only get fucked over so many times. Like I said, Capcom's already fucked me over 3 times, and my monkey self was like, no. I need to see that dude get locked. Capcom actually fix Street Fighter, get rid of the director, and put me in charge. Then I'll give you money again, Capcom.
Hey,
and just keep proving my point.
You know what you should do?
At that point, you're right. Like,
I think you have the ability to do this. You should go on change.org, create a the little posts, and then be like, yo, you know what? I, the greatest gamer, should be the CEO of Capcom to make Street Fighter better. I have this, and you list all your ideas, so people could be like, oh, you know what? I'll sign for this. That's what I did with PlayStation. And I have like,
I remember you did.
I still have it up, and it's still going up. I have like last I checked was 25 signatures. Ever since the guy announced that he was gonna leave, that's when I started to go up. I'm like, wait a minute.
You're funny.
I'm not lying. It did. It really went up. I remember the last number. The last number I had was at 19, and I'm like, yo, I don't think.
Like I said, these people don't care about what the gamers think. They're like, no, who's the CEO? Who has money? Who has the record? They don't give a fuck about us people who actually understand the medium. They don't give a fuck about that. It's the same as Hollywood. They care. Oh, what's your master's degree in insert money field here, right? They're like, wait, someone who actually understands the IP and can probably make a good game. Nah, let's get this dude who knows how to make money off the IP instead. And that's what AAA gaming is right now. The people in charge. Literally, this is the CEOs and this and that. Like, look at EA, whatever. They don't know shit about gaming. They don't. They just know how to make money. That's why they're just good at squeezing money out you from the product they get. They're good at exploiting other workers, bro. And it's not a secret. That's why crunch culture is a thing, whether it's Japanese or Western devs. It's just that Japanese devs are better. That's the only difference. But both are economically fucked because their hires ups are just fucking idiots who only care about money. So I'm not just being biased. It's just that Western devs just do suck. I'm sorry. Have you seen them? They bitch too much on Twitter. Whereas Japanese devs, what? I'm sorry. They're too busy actually hustling and having good ideas to make booty water games. Until now, because the new director, I'm a little bitch. I think the original Resident Evils are stupid. I don't get why people play them. Same thing when the Mark Sony, right? He said, oh, I played a PS1 game. I don't know how people can play this. Like, they don't understand what gaming is. Mark 343 OG, Mark, and the director of RE do not understand what gamers like. They just don't. They don't get why people like the original Resident Evil, right? On PS1, they're like, one's like the graphics are bad. Oh, I think the story's stupid. And the other one's just, I think Leon is about how he represents his femininity and he wants to be, he wants a transgender. Like, see, this is the big three, bro. 343 is those fuckers. Like, I've seen a great video. I was talking about how they don't get Master Chief. Oh, Master Chief. I mean, he is human, yeah, sure, and exploit. I think they don't get Infinite. But, like, no, even the original credits, like, no, we want just Halo to be, like, you can be an insert. Like, he's just a machine. That's why he doesn't talk a lot, this and that. And he does, he's badass. He needs just to be a representation of badass. But he's still human. It's like, yes, thank you. That's why, like, the original Chief feels so weird. And then 4 and 5, you're like, what the fuck is this? This isn't my Master Chief. I like that Infinite, they kind of went back to what the old Chief was, right? Very few lines, but they were depth, right? Like, I like that. Again, it shows you that if you don't understand what the Punisher. So, again, we go back to Marvel. When they don't understand what the core of the character is. And that's why 343 sucks ass. They just... they sucked ass. They truly didn't know who Master Chief is, because when in fucking Halo 5 dropped, the people who are working on it didn't even know who Master Chief is. Like, bro, what? Who let these people work? How do you work on Halo and not know who Master Chief is? And that's the same with the director. Motherfucker works on Resident Evil, doesn't even know about the like, good example, like the lore of Resident Evil. It's like, dude, how do you not know about the T-Virus lore, bro? Who let you on this team? And it's funny, in Japanese, people who don't know, you have to know lore. Like, it is like a sin to not know lore about a game when you work on it. And even Harada from Tekken, you know Harada, right, Mar? Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I love him.
Did you ever see when he has his bar podcast? He was talking to literally the creator of Smash, and they were both talking about how in their field, like, Japanese people do it because it's a custom to make sure you always respect the IP that you do a collab with. It's just norm that it's looked down upon.
Yeah, he did a podcast with Sakurai, and I fucking missed this shit. I need to watch that.
And he was actually talking. Yeah, they were literally talking about one of those components, and that's why I noticed, like, Japanese IPs actually respect way more than I've seen in Western ones, because they think, like, you have to be as faithful to the IP as possible. That's why, like, and then he even brought up Smash. He's like, oh, I think you guys did Kazuya pretty good. That's why he's so faithful. And then it's like, and then it's funny because Harada said, I thought we were pretty easy. And then Sakurai literally clapped back and said, nah, you guys were not easy to work with. He would say, like basically, no, this Duya is not Duya enough, you know? Like, that's how much attention to detail Japanese people care about IPs that aren't even theirs. And guess who we let in charge of Resident Evil 2? A person who literally says, no, the original alligator's stupid. I think it's dumb poo-poo. I want to put my stupid Western ideas because I'm a Western simp and strong women, you know, instead of the original creator, haha, girl with chicks and titties that go slice, go brr, which is the Devil May Cry creator, Hideki Kamiya. You know, it's like when you don't respect your senpai, and again, remember, this is Japanese culture, so what he's doing is a huge fucking sin. If they're letting that slide, it shows you that corporate doesn't actually care. Like, let this sink in. If you're breaking your own rules of Japanese society, you're fucking up. And that's the main reason why Japanese games are doing better, because of the societal structure. It has its negatives, don't get me wrong, but very clearly it has its positives. Like, we all agree that's why we simp for Japanese culture. Like, we all fucking know it, because we love how neat and organized they are. And again, it's at a risk to them being, you know, super socially awkward, not getting laid. But we all agree as a society, there's a reason all of us look at Japan like, damn, that's neat. Because on the outside, I mean, it's functional. The thing about Japanese society is it's functional to a T. It prioritizes the majority over the minority at the cost of the minority, right? But that, again, you know, it can be fixed over time, yada, yada. That's a whole different conversation. But again, it makes sense. And again, going back to that's why the Resident Evil and Capcom are sucking dick, because they're breaking their own society's rules. Like, that would not fly in Sega. That's why Sega's doing God tier. Oh yeah, I should mention. Never mind, I am hyped for some games because Sega's reviving their fucking classics. Something every other company should fucking do.
I love how you circle back.
Crazy taxi. You know? Yeah, that's my whole. I'm sorry. I know you went on one thing, but like, it's just Capcom because I'm passionate. And right now, Capcom is not Capcom. Like, dude, you know you fucked up when you got rid of the voice for Ken over a political opinion. Like, dude, I don't give a fuck what he said. That bitch better voice Ken and Dante in the next games or I'm coming for your nuts. And it shows you they have no respect. Why wasn't Wesker's voice original voice actor in the reimagining? It shows you they have no respect for the original cast. And it's crazy because a lot of them are pretty cool with Capcom. So it's crazy that people who work for Capcom, they're like, oh, it's stable to work for Capcom because you know they always get you, right? Like, they have to have their voice actors.
Dude, I didn't even know they actually... Hold on, they didn't use the same voice for Ken?
Nope. They changed him and he's been there since like, I think... Yeah, dead ass. Straight up, over just some opinion. It's mainly Capcom God. America, but at the end of the day, Japanese Capcom. Like, that's the thing. If anyone knows, true Japanese companies, they look over you hard. Even if you're American, they look over your work, this and that. Like, did you hire the same voice actor? But it shows you how little the higher ups are if they don't even watch over Capcom America. Because right now, Capcom America's too woke. 100%, bro. Capcom America's too fucking woke. Because again, if they got rid of Ken, because he probably said, you know what? I think SJWs are stupid. Oh, you're not allowed to voice Ken. Leave. You know. I guarantee you it was something as petty as that, bro. Guarantee you it was something like he just said something based as fuck. Because right now the voice acting industry is so fucked because it's too fucking cliquey and I can't stand that. And like I said, and then again, we've seen it. Like, good example, look at what happened when Exo Prime Mode was dropped. They got some weird LGBTQ people to advertise it for the American one. Nobody watched that shit. And then they were literally deleting comments, not basically praising it. And the Japanese one, what did they do? VTubers. Millions of views, even though no one gave a shit about Exo Prime. Like, oh, look, cute waifus. I want to watch that. Like, literally, Capcom America's just trash. We need to just, all of you, lose a job. Like, get that woke trash out of here. And again, the fact that the higher-ups at Japan don't care, they're like, yeah, whatever, they'll do them. It's like, it shows you they don't care. You know, and again, the fucking Capcom Japan doesn't, because their job's not advertising. They need to focus on their market. It's the CEO that's supposed to watch over fucking Capcom America, and they're not. They're clearly not. They don't give a fuck. They're just like, I don't care what woke shit you put, as long as we can still charge them for DLC, because at the end of the day, Japan's still making the game. You can just do what I did. Ken, Japanese voice. I mean, don't get me wrong, no hate on the American voice actor, he's good. And some of them, I think they changed Chun-Li. Like, they're fine. No hate on the new voice actors they put, but like, I'm sorry, bro. I need my Ken, I need my Chun-Li, I need my Albert Wesker.
So it's not the fact that they changed them. That's like, the new ones aren't bad. It's the fact that they changed them.
Exactly. You know? And I even mentioned in my podcast about Uni how sometimes if you get really attached to a character, especially in fighting games, bro, like sometimes the voice lines they direct or this or that, like really gets you to a character. And I will say that I think Street Fighter did a way better job than Under Night did. Because literally, Lars and Enkidu sound weird to me, bro. Like, you know what's fucked up when I don't even want to play Lars anymore. I'm like, I just don't like how he says up forward 3D. He says, yeah, not yeah. Like, they changed voice actors. So Japan, I don't know what they're doing with their voice acting thing. So looks
like I got a job in Japan. I'm about to go over there and be like, yo, let me throw you some of my top lines right here. Here's a yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but from what I heard, I think a lot of them retired because Japan takes their voice acting industry way more serious, where we don't get none of this bullshit over here. Like, they care way more about the same character being voiced or someone sounding similar. You know, but who knows? I think there's something happening in the Japanese. Like I said, you guys should check out my Under Night podcast because I do talk about like the voices and shit, or my review. Like I said, it's super important. And voice acting for a fighting game is probably one of the hardest things ever. Like again, it's not just simply talking and being good. Like, bro, homie, you better make sure the beginning of your voice is exaggerated so they can hear that fucking overhead. And then when at the end of it, you better be like, so you know how we talk, you know, it's just normal. It's normal throughout. No, you gotta learn how to pitch your voice at the beginning and then at the end go, you know, like that's
like you got punched in the gut.
It's not normal. It's like doing the YouTuber voice. It's not normal to talk like, hello everyone, you know, kind of shit.
Hello everyone.
You know, my hello everyone, this is your favorite FGC. See, this is normal, but this doesn't catch your attention. I gotta exaggerate, you know. There's an art to acting in the voice, but yeah, that's my whole thing about Capcom, you know. Like, see, look, I'm invested. Like, I'm not a professional expert, even I'm not gonna admit it right, but I know at least enough to be like, yeah, no, this is some shit.
It's like watching a movie, and you're not a director, but you're gonna know if they're acting good or not.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Thank you.
That's all I got. Oh man. I think, I should have focused on that a little bit more, man. I feel like my voice acting is pretty good. I think some people in the comments like, yo, you know what? That was so good, you know. I don't know how they're going to type that in the comments, but...
I know you're gaslighting yourself, but I kind of want to say that, actually, I don't think you'd make a bad voice actor. You don't sound garbage, so, you know what? I'm gaslighting you too.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, Mar, I mean, I don't know if you want to add anything to that. God damn it, y'all got me ranting today. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it's so good. So you know, we might have to need to do another podcast until like 2 months later.
Exactly. Like, if anything, man, we're just farming the content off of you right now, man. We're just letting you go off. It's like the more you go off, man, the more people are gonna end up hearing this, the more we're gonna end up getting views, man. This shit's gonna be fucking wild.
And we gotta hope that like a CEO hears this and they're like, you know what? These gamers know what they're talking about. You know what? Why are we not talking to the community? Like, for real.
They're not gonna care, bro. Like I said, these guys have their heads so up their ass and the money's still coming in, they don't care. But like I said, their time is coming. It's the rise of the AAA indie game is coming. And Mar, like I said, hopefully I can get a demo so you can get a feel for it. And I want your critique as a Tekken player. You know, I'm here to take you. I want to be the Baldur's Gate for the FGC, bro. Because clearly you guys aren't doing your job right. My own fighting game, blackjack and hookers, Ender. Like literally, dude. You see my menu, right, Mar? Like the fact that I even have extra modes is not. And by the way, it's gonna be like a shit ton of extra modes. That's already like, see, and that's what Baldur's Gate. See, this brings it up. Baldur's Gate did one thing. It said, "Let's just be a sequel." And literally every fucking bitch ass EA, Capcom, they're like, "Oh, that's too high of a standard. What? Just making a sequel? That's it? Like just making a sequel? That's it? Like it worked. It's just not Baldur's Gate 3." And then they're like, how dare they make an actual functioning sequel? Crazy. You telling me they don't make half-ass game? It has glitches?
They're an outlier, man. They have no idea what it really means to make a game. You're never going to understand, guys. Like, this game, this is the only one-of-a-kind game that'll ever happen because we can't do what they do. I hated that whole narrative, man. That shit was so fucking stupid.
And here's what's crazy, bro. Ever since becoming a game dev, bro, I've realized how much bullshit has come out of their fucking mouth, dude. Like, holy fuck, I love that I started getting the day game deving because now I could call them out. It's like, dude, you guys are just literally lazy as fuck. It's not even bullshit. You're lazy. Like, it is what it is. You're lazy and you're just straight up untalented. At the end of the day, y'all motherfuckers are just untalented as fuck. That's the other thing, too, man. Like, y'all have no talent. You're lazy, and clearly your CEOs want money, and you're simping for them somehow. That's wild to me, bro. Like, shit. You spend more time on Twitter than actually developing. Holy fuck.
I have a question for your game. Is there gonna be DLC?
Sure. Who?
DLC.
Is there gonna be only for the online, and it'll be cheap as fuck.
All right.
I want the game to feel like it's a full fucking package.
Is it like DLC, like for
Will
characters?
there be nude mods from the jump?
Clearly, and I'm not gonna stop. And here's the thing: another thing that's a controversy with Nexus mods is they're a bitch. Like if you try to do anything, like good example, there was a mod in Nexus mods that reintroduced the getting rid of the LGBT flags in Spider-Man. But the thing is, all the mod was turning a switch that said turn flags on or off, because in the Middle East that shit is off. But when you think about it, like it's not even a mod; it's just them enabling a feature that the game already fucking has, which is fucking crazy. And so for me, it's like, dude, I don't give a... Dude, you could be racist as fuck. It's like, you know what? I'm doing the Elon Musk thing. It's like, you know what? I believe in true freedom. Whatever mod you want, fuck it, just I want to make my own Nexus mod thing, right? Like fuck those guys because they're clearly a piece of shit. But clearly, like anything that's like super like nude mods, it has its own category. Because I hate that when the first thing you do in majority, like no, I want the front page to be functional mods to be like, oh, this is a mod that does this, this, and that. And even I would actually like, you know what I want to do? I want to do the Bethesda thing actually. That's why I said there would be DLCs. Like I wouldn't mind hiring some of the mods, being like, hey yo, deadass, here's some money for having like a fix or something that maybe I could have never addressed or something, or maybe adding multiplayer because I said that I'm only gonna do it for some modes. So I'm like, oh, here's a mod that adds multiplayer to this game mode. I'm like, here's some money, dog. Thank you for your work. Let me make this to all the systems. I appreciate your work, dog. Like I would even send an actual note and appreciate. Like I really want to work. I want to make my game really mod friendly. I think that's really helps for longevity and introduce it to how like Bethesda did. Like have a mod menu for consoles too, so they can enjoy. Like maybe there's like fun, goofy mods, right? Like oh boom, here you go, free, right? Whatever. But mods that I feel like are super important, I would literally just pay them for it. Be like, oh, here you go. And some of the deals, and again, I would have it where like, oh, here's an outfit mod, whatever. I'm like, oh, cool. I'd have it like, I'd have a store for it, and then I'd make it where it's like anyone can get it, right? Like, let's say like $1 or some bullshit. Like I said, to me, if a DLC or an outfit costs more than a game, that's bullshit. You're getting ripped off. Like I said, I have in the in-game currency, like if you spend like, let's say, like I want it to be where if you pay $1, that's like $100. So like one DLC skin, oh, that's a cent. Oh, that's 2 cents.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I want people to feel. Because that's how I feel. Like, I think of myself when I was poor, bro. Like I want a kid, yo, they get like $10 on PSN, they put it into my game. They basically are rich, bro. That's like $1,000 to them.
Like low key, Call of Duty back in the day sort of made your $5 DLC worth the $5. You know what I mean? But right? Then like, then they inflation it.
Well, I mean, I'd probably make it like $1. You know what I'm saying? But like, I want to make it so cheap to where like again they could put $1 and actually feel like they got their money's worth.
Yeah.
I don't like. That
yeah, I see your point.
And you're gonna feel good. Like think about it. You're some kid from ass country, right? You put your little $1, and oh my god, I got 10 outfits. They're all sick as shit. And guess what? 10 or 100 more. And that's why they go, oh, you can't make money. It's like, homie, $1 times 100 people. That's already $100. Sony gets their share. I actually wouldn't want to get most of the share. To me, it's like I have to give it to Sony because it's Sony, right? They get theirs. I get maybe for every, let's say $10, the person who makes the mod, and for every 100 Sony gets, I would get $1. Because at the end of the day, again, we go back, right? So let's say that I get $1 off of 100. Bro, I want my game to actually be popular. That's my main goal. To me, my focus isn't about the money, this and that. Like, this is a passion project. I want to do it. I want to make the game I fucking want, right? The only people I care about getting critique is people like you, Clockwork, like people who aren't scrubs. Like, I want some pros and some low-level players. That's why I want to have
a character idea, too.
Like Baldur's Gate. And I look for keynotes like, oh, is this game too hard? Is this level too hard? This and that. But I'm not going to listen, oh, man, I think this move should be +5. Oh, this should have... I'm like, no, I don't give a shit about that. I'll watch you play and see... Are you fucking up because you're an idiot, or are you fucking up because my design is bad and it's not telling me how to play? And then that makes you think that this weapon should be stronger. When in reality, I'm not designing the weapon to feel strong enough. And that's the problem with developers. They don't actually look at the core problem because they don't do game testing. They just go, oh, fuck it, we're just going to buff this weapon, right? It's lazy development. Same with hard difficulties and shit. Like, oh, let's just make their health higher. Like, nope, I'm not doing that bullshit, bro. Lazy ass fucking design. It's a passion project for me, and I want it just to be big. That's why I say I'm going to initially... the core game is just going to be free to play. I love it. Now find ways to that's why there will be like DLC, but here's the way it's going to work too. I want to have an in-game counter. Like every time you put money, the second it leads up to all the amount the game's worth, you just unlock the whole game. So if you basically spent as much money on the DLC as you would to buy the main game, you get to keep the DLC, plus you just get the game for free. It's like a thank you for fucking, putting your money.
You should get a DLC called E-Girl Fighters, and then you get all like the little spin-offs, all the famous E-Girls.
Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be the most consumer-friendly game I could think of. And another thing is I want to copyright a lot of it, because I've even thought of unique ways. Like, I actually want to do something where if you just get it free to play, I think even Mar, I mean, it might be a bit controversial. I think a lot of the higher player things. So this is your first guys that, I don't even know if I want to say it, but yeah, you know what? I won't even say it. Here's the thing. I want to do these things, like, alone. Some of these monetization things I would be extremely toxic. Like 100% they would, the idea. But here's the reason why I want to take them and monetize them. Because remember, I'm charging $1 to only do insert this thing here. And I don't want to mention because companies might actually listen to this podcast and they'll get an idea. Like, look how fucking Sony wanted to copyright adjusting difficulty, or how fucking Bandai copyrighted that you can play mini games in your loading screens, and they're the only ones that can do that, yet they never took advantage of it. The reason I want to take every single toxic monetization scheme that I've seen that hasn't been done yet and then do it in my game. And they're not talking. Remember, I'm not going to implement. Again, you can do them, but if you pay enough, then you just unlock the whole game. And I'm going to copyright that. So then no other company could do them and they can't abuse it. That's something that I actually want to do. Is like, let me think in their steps. Like, how can I finesse people from as much money as possible that hasn't been done yet? Then let me copyright that. Do it the most consumer-friendly possible way in my games. And because I have the copyright, EA has to come to me if they want to do that shit in their game. And they have to give me fucking money.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah,
I actually give a shit about the consumer. Like, I genuinely want some. Like I said, I just want to go back to how I was because I remember how I was. I played so many demos, right? Like I said, I want that kid in Africa to spend his $1. He can play his campaign, whatever, and he's just manually. And here's the other thing too. Remember, you only can pay, let's say, $1 a month or some shit. That kid, $1, and he just loves the game, and he's clearly. And here's the other reason why to me it still pays off because that's why I want to work on the online component separately, make it semi-MMO, because he likes the game so much and he's building up his gear because he's playing the offline, he plays the online. That makes it a super active player base because it's free. So the people, how do you get your money? It's like over time. I have people, and we already seen it with Fortnite. It's already free entry. I let them play the campaign once. They have to do other stuff, or either own the full game to play it again, or play with friends, which they all want to. So they'll put their $1 and they'll keep doing it, and they don't have to. And it ends at a certain point. They're like, okay, boom, $45, whole game unlocked. So that means 45 months, right? If you're super broke, but let's be honest, maybe your birthday comes. Oh, here's $10. So let's say $10 a month. That's like what, 4 months, 5 months? That a kid can reasonably get the full price game and then they get the full experience. But I want to have other stuff because the online, at the end of the day, you do have to have some of this monetization schemes. But I want to make it as friendly as possible. And again, if you work with the modding community, because I can only work so much. At the end of the day, I'm still an indie dev. It's cool if, like, you know what? You guys are super dedicated community members. Let me work with you. You guys do what you want. And you guys make mods, this, that, whatever. I'll find, like, nude mods I'll never approve on Sony, right? Straight up, this is what is. It can be free, no money, whatever. But mods that are super, again, there's some people that just put a lot of work, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at the people who made, like, some of the Resident Evil 4. They did a true Resident Evil 4 remake. They literally redid the textures and everything. And there's a video called Capcom Hire This Man. I'm like, why wouldn't you? Why isn't this released on console? Like, people would buy it. Like, it's an actual full remaster, like 4K textures and everything. They already did the work, and we can agree that man deserves pay. Am I not wrong? Those two dudes that did, here's like, even it's not much, $100 or $1,000. They wouldn't mind.
Money's money, dude.
Right, exactly. But they never did it for the money. They did it for the passion. The money and the thank you is enough for any fan, right? So it's almost like, I don't want to say explain the player base, but it's easier for you to pay the people who already mod and put in that effort and passion. Remember, their passion. They do it out of love, not because of money. But if you just show them some graces, or maybe be like, fuck it, the next game you guys get for free. Like, what matters is you give them something of monetary value. That's truly the final thank you note, and then you yourself monetize off that. Why wouldn't you? To me, it's like, I don't understand how companies don't monetize off their fans, and it's not even like toxic in my opinion, right? Like, especially if you at least give them some back. Like, and that's just me. To me, I think I want to really be working with the community. That's another reason for my game. I'm gonna keep it real. So for you tournament organizers, you're gonna kind of hate me, but it has to be the way it is. I will see manually, and I will approve where my game can be played in tournaments, straight up. Because there is just some controversy in the FGC that I'm not with. And I'll fuck with this or whatever. And I want to regulate my game very tightly. I know people are gonna hate me, but I'm within my right. You know, and because here's the other thing is, like, I don't want to be just any esport comes in. Because remember, my focus is to make a game, esport later, and I don't want too many games or locals to be like, oh, esport. Like, no, because then it's just gonna share casual. I want to bring casual. Like, no, you come for the game, and then like a year into it, they're like, oh man, the online's fucking sick. And then the second one comes out, they're like, oh, MLG. You know, so I'm gonna be very, like I said, like, so I know Combo Breaker might hate me, or like, you know, so I know even it's against our philosophy. But remember, I don't care about the minority. I care about the majority. So a lot of you, like I said, if I don't know the local or what they're like, low kicks are gonna do. Like, so obviously I'm gonna have a contract with low kick, right? Because bias as fuck. So then people can go watch my local and their streams. That's half the reason I'm doing it. So low kick, you guys are gonna love me. And I'll have like special events, just like I said before, like streamers. Like I said, I want to have a whole plan for marketing and shit. So I'm not even stupid, right? Streamers that I like or whatever, be like, hey, would you like the free demo, this and that, and then the game officially comes out. Some people will get it early, and I want to give it. I don't want to. By the way, when you start making games and stuff, and people hear about it, literally people like GameSpot or IGN immediately are in your email and they want to get like a free copy. Dude, I'm not giving anyone a free shot of my shit unless you're my supporters. People I personally know who I want to game test. Or actual people who I want to get their hands on, whether it's super big streamers like Corona that I like, or that one of the best video game reviewers ever, which is AGCN, which is like buy, wait, or for sale. And he'll be like once everything's done, he'll be like the final person, right? It'll be like near done, and I'll give him because it's basically going to be a final product. And the only thing with him would be like maybe like a last minute patch or something. Like the game's basically 99% complete, and he gets an early ass copy so he can finish a review. Meanwhile, GameSpot, IGN, they're just gonna have to wait till the game comes off, you know, so they could go fuck yourself. Yeah. I'd rather that a lot of smaller content creators and big ones that I personally respect that deserve a lot more recognition get hands on my game. And the thing is, like I said, and the way you do it, like I said, I'll release my trailers, be smart about it, and I even want to release a little mini animated series. Or it'll be an Unreal, right? So it'll be 3, because I feel like, look at Cyberpunk, right? Like, it popped off more because of the anime. So I even thought, like, yo, while I'm learning cutscenes, let me just make the whole segment of this game or something into cutscenes or whatever. put it on YouTube, and people are like, "Yo, this is fucking sick." Wait, it's a fucking game? Because like that's
Oh yeah, I
let's
get
get people.
you.
I mean, heck, Mar, how much did you like my story? By the way, I've expanded on it. Like, what you're literally. We have to give shout outs to Mar here. Like, it was always just something a speck in my back of my head, but when I explained to him part of my lore, dude, he fell in love with the idea so much. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
like in all seriousness, man, like I honestly can't wait when you have the finished product and it comes out, man. I'm gonna be so fucking balls deep into it, man. It's not even fucking funny.
And like I said, man, if you want to create
back
backdash, I got you. You want to sign? I got you, bro. I want it to be where Tekken players can face base blue players and be like, all right, cool, let's see who's actually the fighting game player. And the game's gonna be designed around people who play both. Right, but you got to earn it. Like I said, it's gonna be a Zelda game. You first have just regular backdashing, no 3D sidestepping, and then later, oh, you unlocked backdash canceling. No, you unlock Korean backdashing. You unlock side. You know, like that's what we need in games. Just follow Zelda. Don't immediately give him 20 moves. Be like, here's 2 buttons. I'll backdash, and that's it. We will introduce more concepts as you play the game. And that's what's going to be the trickiest part. I feel for a lot of the hardcore FGC, it might not be as entertaining. That's what's going to be really hard. Because that's how every game is, right? Like, everyone plays the first one's whatever. Second one, and then third one's like, oh. So I think that's what's going to be the hardest sell. So it's going to be... Like I said, that's the hardest part for me in the development. It's like, how can I make hardcore players more invested in this, right? Because at the beginning, you're not going to have your Kazuyas. No, you're going to have... little, let's go save the day. Because again, I've watched enough stuff. Look at Teen Titans. Everyone starts weak, and then later as they get on the series, they get better. It's progression. That's how you need it. I need to appeal to the majority. But guess what? People are gonna come to my game. I can already see the FGC. Oh, this game's easier than trying. It's like fuck. Maybe I'll allow it. Cause like I said, that's something that it's tough. Like being a game developer is tough. There's a lot of decisions you gotta make. And
I like how you mentioned the part where you said that when you make part 1 it's the greatest, right? And then when you make part 2 it's like and then when you make part 3 it goes back up again. But truthfully, I think this goes for movies too. I think because part 1, you start out small. Let's say you put like 100K into this project, right? And then you make $1 million. And then exactly. And then they get the creator gets a little too up high with it, It's like hitting a bonus game in a slot machine, right?
Exactly.
And then you're like, oh yeah, this is great. I'm about to get more money, and then you end up getting the more money, and then you're gonna start chasing for the next one, and it's like you're not really gonna. Exactly. If you rush the second one, it's not gonna come as good. So you could get a straight hit after hit after hit series if you put the same amount of time you put on the first one into the second one. So it's possible to get all 3 bangers, I
mean, sometimes you can. I mean, Halo did it. Shit.
Yeah, that is true.
Like I said, I take a lot of cues from like great creators. Like I said, clearly I know my shit, right? But,
like truthfully, how we made a big thing. The Lethal Company was made by one guy, right? And he already made like
yes, sir.
He made like
so look at that.
He made $1 million. So we just gotta hope that he's not out here trying to make Lethal 2 within like 9 months.
Oh yeah,
but I have faith in dude to make sure that he's not gonna do that. I'm just saying, like as an example, no shade to that guy because I see a lot of people play. I can't wait to play the game myself. And
we'll play, man. Me, you, Red Coats. I'll play Lethal Company with the small PP detector. Yeah. But yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, that's why I said it's the rise of the indie AAA. Outbreak Company was the start, and Baldur's Gate, I don't think they're full indie, but they're like they're like AA. I think it's the rise of the AA trippy. That means companies that are, not necessarily EA or whatever, they're Baldur's Gate level. And look at some Vampire Survivors. You know about Vampire Survivors, right, Mar? That $4 Steam game that pop off? Hard as fuck.
Yeah.
One Italian dude made that shit in Flash, and he had 2 friends who ported it to Steam. And he told the whole story of how he made, and he said one of the toxic things is trying to get publishers that didn't want to monetize the shit out of it on iPhone. And that's something that's why I said it's like, I don't know how I'm a public, because the thing is I do want my game to at least run on iPhone. And the thing is like, I'm glad that iPhones have gotten stronger enough, because again, they can run Booty Water, PUBG, they can run my game. There's a lot of consolidations I'm going to make. So here's the other thing I want to mention. With my game, it's too many developers right now that have too much luxury. I'm pretending, because I noticed that some of the best innovation from old games, if you guys know enough, is when we have limitations. And I've literally self-imposed limitations on my shit. Like right now my mentality is pretend I'm developing for a Switch and a PS3. So that means right now I'm pretending I have only 4 gigabytes of RAM. This is my specs, yada yada. Even though I clearly have a GTX 1070, but it just makes development easier. And my goal is 120 FPS, 4K. So the resolution has to be 4K, and the FPS has to be 120. So now guess what? Now my level design has to be clever. I cannot have too much bloat. I cannot have oversized textures. You get what I'm saying? If I make these goals, like I said, it has to run on a Switch. I mean, don't get me wrong, on the Switch it's going to run basically 1080p 30, but my goal is that It better be able to run on a Switch, and if it's on a PS5, that bitch better run 4K 120. Because guess what? That's the selling point. Am I not wrong? That's another thing I have to put into mind is like, what are things that gamers like when they see 4K? The 120 is a bonus, right? But and the thing is, I'm gonna use PS3 graphics. Like, let's be real, bro. PS3 graphics have aged like fine wine. Like, you look at a PS5 again, a PS3 game, they don't fucking look that different. Like, for example, you guys have seen at least Dragon's Dogma or some like Dying Light or some bullshit, right? Some game, and then you're like, wait, that's a PS3 game. My game's not gonna look bad. I feel like that's why, to me, I do think graphics matter a bit if you want it to sell to a bigger audience, to a degree, right? Depending what you do. I mean, look at Fortnite. The game's literally Fortnite, Minecraft, they're living proof graphics don't matter, right? But I want to be able to appeal to people like us. And don't get me wrong, Fortnite, Minecraft, we all three of us will like it. But are we playing that shit every day? Fuck no. And it's all about art style. That's why I made a huge focus for art style. Like, I want to do the shading. I am doing an anime style, but I'm doing animes that are really grounded, like Cowboy Bebop and shit. Because most people don't like the super over-exaggerated colors, right? Like, I'm very well aware of what the general audience is. Like, I'm not ignorant, right?
Dude,
so,
man, art style over fucking super graphics any day, man. Because realistically, when you think about it, all of your favorite games have a specific art style that just...
They don't, they're trash.
That's just there for them. Versus like every modern game you could possibly think of that's all realism everywhere. Look how real this looks. Look how real this looks. Like, motherfucker, I see in my living room. I see realness. I don't need to do the same thing in a fucking video game. Give me some vibrant colors, something that I am incapable of seeing from where I am sitting. Let me see that.
Yeah, that's why Borderlands was good with their cell shading, because it was like pretty different at the time.
No, but even now, there's not that many cell shading games either, and they still age great.
Yeah.
Cell shading lets them be a bit lazy too with
anti-aliasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's right. Like, yeah, no, I guess I'm doing a lot of techniques that I've seen that a lot of higher devs do, and like I said, my biggest focus is how can I tell my story, this and that, like, and I do want to have like realistic components. Like, I want to have like good two things that I see no modern game tries is they don't focus on physics engines or like good AI. That was something that old Halo had that I noticed after Halo 3 they fucked on. Like I seen a great video that described how the AI is like, it is random and RNG, but it made sense. Like, we all know it's at least consistent. You get rid of the elite, the grunts just the demon, like, and they have reactive responses, this and that. Like, it's fun. Like, I literally every time I play Halo 1, I'm like, why does this game feel good to shoot the enemies? Why is it so satisfying? And it's good AI, and that's something I've seen an immaculate lack on since the PS3. Like, we peaked at Oblivion. Oblivion had some AI so complex they had to nerf it in the final product, bro, because the AI was too good at being independent, bro. The motherfucker, like, right, Coach? What's the lore? Explain for me. What happened with Oblivion's AI?
It was so overpowered that, like, villagers would do their own thing even if you weren't even close to them. So much to the point that by the time you got to that village, it could have been wiped out because they all killed each other.
And let that sink in. We have never gotten AI past that, and that's a PS3 era early game.
Like, a random bear came into the village.
Speaking of PS3,
starting the game, and by the time you get in there after an hour, everybody's dead.
Crazy, isn't it?
Like, they had a morality system too. So someone had like low morals in the game, they would break into someone's house and steal their food because they also were programmed to like eat. Like, someone with low morality would break into someone's house, steal their food, and eat it. And possibly, that is a fun little bug you can do with that game too. Where you set down a poison apple and let someone who has low morality come and steal the apple. Almost like kill themselves.
Let that sink. We don't have that in game. And here's what's crazy, dude. I can genuinely implement. I'd have to do the tutorial to figure it out. But the thing is, like, the biggest bottleneck back then, it was like CPU headroom and this and that. Like, we have them. Like, they're free to use. They're not even copyrighted. We can take them. But games are like graphics. That you now don't even have room for your AI to function because your bitch can barely hold 30 FPS. No, 4K textures. I'm like, this game looks like ass. You have no art. The AI is trash. This game feels like trash. Like, so trust me, I do have things. And again, at the end of the day, it's my product. It's my baby, yada yada. But and again, I'm a beginner dev. Like, I don't think I'm hot shit, and it's my and even I'm thinking, okay, there's gonna be flaws. That's why I think the first game's not gonna come out perfect. That's why I think the sequel's gonna be better, and hopefully the third one, like, fucking hot shit and stuff. Or I think, like I said, and there's still things like right now we're still in the beginning stages. Games can change drastically, and I know this. And even balancing, like in Deus Ex, for example, again, shows you that. Like I said, I'm oddly really talented on Unreal. Shoutouts to Unreal for being a really easy engine to use, which proves that developers are just lazy cunts.
What's up, guys? Here it's Vile the editor. I just want you guys to know, tune in at the same time at 7 p.m. Central just to hear up the next episode.
So ways, no trust is left, is gone. Yeah, it's gone, might as well speed up. Open the legs, I might as well beat up. Yeah, love the money, I never could get enough. I'm in your head, I might as well call you bluff. You're not as hot as me, I got the heat though. No, talking down on me, you still beneath. No, I know it's hard to believe I play for keeps though. Yeah, puff past that tree, we can't disagree. She get on her knees, she got a degree. Swimming 7 seas, but I'm still floating though.